After 5 months owning my copy of the Olympus OMD E-M10 Mark IV, I like to express my thoughts and experiences with this camera. This was the last model manufactured by Olympus before selling their camera division to the Japan Industrial Partners, otherwise known as JIP, and rebranding to OM System or OM Digital Solutions. As a Micro Four Thirds camera, it has access to a wide range of small and compact lenses. Unlike the E-M10 Mark III, this has an updated 20 megapixel sensor. After purchasing this camera in November last year, I have been enjoying the lighter design, but I do wish there was more weather sealing for this camera. As an entry-level camera, it's mostly made of plastic, with a few metal components in between. In addition, you can easily mount SLR lenses as well as Leica lenses with an adapter. The E-M10 Mark IV now supports UHS 2 SD cards as well as UHS 1 card slots, and uses the BLS 50 battery. The case I purchased off eBay is a non-branded case made in China and is attached by a 1/4-inch tripod thread. The Mark IV is currently retailed for about $700 US or 1,000 New Zealand dollars brand new, but you can get this camera secondhand on eBay or any secondhand shop. The camera now features a 180-degree tilt screen for selfies and vlogging. On the top left, we have the on-off switch and flash lever, as well as a control panel display button. On the right, there is a setting dial with the essential camera modes along with creative modes. Next to that are 2 control dials for shutter, aperture, ISO, and exposure compensation. The maximum shutter speed is 1/4000th of a second, but can go higher in silent mode. The shutter button is placed on the front dial where your index finger will rest. Lastly, the 3 buttons on the right side are the magnified mode for focusing, record button, and AEL button. These 3 buttons are completely customizable and can be changed in the menu settings. On the right side of the camera is where you can find the micro HDMI and the USB port. You can access files through the USB and charge the battery through the USB when the camera is switched off. From my observation, the menu setting is well mannered and pretty similar to the E-M10 Mark III, E-M5 Mark III, and the E-M1 Mark II and Mark III. To my surprise, I found myself using the digital teleconverter in the menu settings to get the additional reach, especially when using telephoto lenses. Generally, this will crop the image to roughly a 12 megapixel photo, but it keeps the full image if you are shooting in RAW format and you're editing on platforms like Lightroom. I have switched off the eye detector on the viewfinder and set a dedicated button next to the viewfinder as an on-off switch. The electronic viewfinder feels a lot better to look through compared to any of my other Olympus cameras. One issue I experienced with my copy was that the hot shoe did not respond to external flashes compared to my E-M5 Mark II. There is a pop-up flash where you can adjust the brightness, but I personally prefer external to bounce the light and reduce the red eye effect. Luckily, my camera was still under the warranty, so I was able to get it fixed for free and no charge. It can record 4K at 30 frames per second without any crop. Right, so this is the video footage for the E-M10 Mark IV. So I got the LCD screen tilted down here, recording with the 12mm f2 by Samyang with the SLR Magic ND filter. The video is just at standard 1080, so full HD at about 30 frames per second. This is audio coming straight out of the camera. Yeah, so that's pretty much just a simple vlogging test for the E-M10 Mark IV. One of my favorite features of the Olympus is the live composite and lifetime modes. Lifetime is basically bulb mode, but you can see the exposure developing right in front of you. Live composite, on the other hand, captures moving light, creating really interesting light paintings. So very good if you want to be creative in low light conditions. If you prefer to shoot straight out of camera, JPEG, Olympus or OM system tend to update their digital filters to expand your creativity. Overall, I'm quite happy to have it as part of my kit. While it is an update to my Olympus pen E-M10, it's not going to replace it anytime soon. Though it's not fully featured, like the E-M5, E-M1, or the OM1 series, it does what it's made to do, and that is to take photos and videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and happy shooting!